Unfortunately, bullying is still with us today. The 2021 Ontario Student Drug Use and Health Survey reveals that about 1 in 5 children say they have been bullied at school. It's important to note that bullying isn't just about physical acts, such as pushing or punching. The Ontario government lists 4 other different types of bullying, such as verbal bullying, like taunting, insults, and humiliating, shameful, and discriminatory comments; social or relational bullying, such as exclusion from a group or the spreading of rumors; written bullying through hurtful or offensive words or graffiti; and online bullying by spreading rumors or hurtful comments on social networks by text or any other electronic means. Bullying in all its form has damaging consequences for the individuals who experience it, practice it, or even witness it. For young people, bullying can affect their learning, their sense of security in their environment, whether at home, at school, or in their community, their mental health, their well-being, and much more. To open the discussion, young people from the Clarence-Rockland region came to speak with one of our members, Bianca Versolato, about their experience with bullying.
Hello, this is Bianca Versolato, and I'm here with Orion Rochon Ramirez and Tony Rodrigue. So first question, can you tell us about your experience with bullying?
I'll go ahead. My experience has been rather varied. I've heard about it online, through school. My personal experience with being bullied was honestly more like behind closed doors. I was never bullied to my face, ever, that I could remember. But I fully knew that people didn't like me from afar. It's more like an exclusion kind of thing for me in my experience, rather than being insulted or like hurt physically, things like that.
For me, it's mostly been through celebrations at school, awareness, people I've seen getting bullied and having to deal with it, as well as forms of abuse. Online, I've seen like cyberbullying and blackmail, as well as people being discriminated against for either things that you did not do, liked, did not like. So it's more of the same.
Okay, thank you. Have you guys ever been cyberbullied before?
I have, and blackmailed as well. And not through social medias, but instead through like emails being sent to me. So just people I trusted that would record conversations and stuff like that to then use against me if I didn't comply. But it got resolved easily by talking to a principal and someone in charge who can deal with that stuff and make sure it goes away for good.
Okay, that's good to hear. Wow. Whew.
Me, personally, not that I know of, but there was an experience with one of my siblings. Both of us, we expressed through our fashion, our outward appearance, and there was just a day where my sibling decided to wear a pink wig to school because it just made them happy. Mm-hmm. I've done it before, well, not with a pink wig, but I've generally changed my appearance just so I could feel good for a day. But there was a video taken of them to insult them, and they didn't know. My father was the one to bring it to attention through one of their coworkers who saw the video themselves. It wasn't a big thing, but it was sort of impactful in a way. It didn't bother them that much because they knew that what they did was for themselves and for nobody else. But if it were to happen to someone who is more sensitive to that kind of thing, I understand it would be a lot more serious.
Wow. And I understand how you'd want to express yourself with clothing. It's really important to have that with us and our generation and everything. So it's really hard to have been bullied through social media and everything like that. That's really hard. And do you have any advice to give to those who get bullied?
You should talk to someone as soon as you can, whether it be a parent, guardian, teacher, anyone who can help you and who knows what's right, and someone who you trust too deeply. And even though sometimes those you trust can do bad things, there's always going to be someone there looking after you, and that's the person that you want to talk to as soon as possible, because you have to know that you are not alone.
The easiest thing I could say is make sure you get to the right people. If you go to a principal, chances are that, not for everything, but there are chances that they will not always take your side. You can't stand up to your bully, because the thing is with that, sometimes it may work for them to back off for a little bit, but a lot of times bullies are looking for a response. They're looking for a fight. If you stand up to them, they will continue because they know that it bothers you. Take a step back, speak to someone else, confide in friends, confide in family. Do not take it on your own, because that is more damaging than any bully can do.
That's really good advice. And I wanted to ask you guys, have you guys ever been a witness to someone getting bullied, whether friends or family?
Well, I've mentioned my sibling just a bit earlier. That was one of the most notable witnesses I've ever had. There have been times where I would be walking around school, some people make comments on me or my friends and our general appearance. There have been times where I overhear people say rather insulting things about people that may or may not be deserved. Most of the time it's not. People just can't let others live their life, and it is disheartening and very upsetting.
For me, I've seen people get discriminated a lot against with as being bullied, and just people not wanting to be their friend anymore because of something they did or did not do, like whether it be a medical choice that they did not want to pursue that others did, which or religion or belief or activity, and even a trend that you refuse to follow that others do, which could lead you to losing those people who you thought were your friends. So just always be prudent and careful out there.
Thank you. And why do you guys think it's important for someone to reach out to a friend or family or a guardian about being bullied?
Well, based on my own personal experience, like I said, I've never been bullied directly to my face, but the day that I discovered that people don't like me for whatever reason, I didn't speak out about it, because I thought it was just something that was my problem, something that shouldn't bother me that much, so I could just move on. But it hurts to know that people don't like you for whatever reason. And that's what sent me into my spiral of 5 years of depression that I'm still struggling with to this day, because I just couldn't speak out. And when I tried, it was too late. I couldn't get the words out right. So as soon as the problem starts, it's important to speak so that everything you say is accurate and people can see that there's a problem. If it's too late, things may not come out right. And people will say, it's in the past, you can move on now, but it's hard because those things stick with you. It's like glue. You can't get rid of it on your own. You'll need some kind of help, some tool to use to get rid of it. It's a trauma, and it's difficult to deal with on your own.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for opening up and telling us your stories. Thank you so much.
That's the conclusion of this video. If you're looking for more information about bullying, the Ontario government website has a lot of relevant information on the subject, as well as various resources that might be helpful. In addition, there are a number of resources in the area that can help, such as the Rockland Youth Hub, which offers a variety of services including peer support. And don't forget to follow our new Facebook and Instagram page, now called Hub TVC22, and our YouTube channel for more content.